So here's the grill that showed up. It's a APS Auto Parts brand, and it's a grill insert that basically you have to cut the existing grill to fit it. So we are gonna have to unfortunately sacrifice the grill. Well, let's go ahead. I haven't opened it up yet, so let's open it up, unwrap it, and see what we got. All right, here's the grill, of course, all laid out. And you can kind of see it's got this bolt sort of look to it, and it's got the mesh in the middle. So like I was saying, you basically have to cut out the crosshair portion of the grill to insert this. Otherwise you would see that crosshair behind it, and that kind of defeats the purpose of this particular grill. And it comes with some hardware, so it's basically just got all these sort of L-looking brackets, and you install them on the back. So that's kind of the action we got going on here. We got to basically cut the grill and install those. Okay guys, so here is the color matched grill, but not to my truck obviously, which is why we're using it for this project. It's a different color, my truck being silver. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out the center sections. And also the reason I'm sacrificing this grill is because I took the honeycomb grills out of this, and I'm keeping both my sport slat grills as well as the honeycomb, so I don't have something to put back in here. So that's why I'm just having a little bit of fun with this grill, sacrificing it, and we're gonna have to cut out the center section to mount that big grill in here. So I just want to try it just for fun. Basically what we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna have to cut out the ram crosshairs in the center. So we're gonna be cutting that, and then that other grill is gonna basically lay over top. So let's go ahead and we're gonna cut it. I'm just gonna use a Sawzall, nothing too fancy, and we'll try to get it as clean as possible, because you're not really gonna see it once it's in there. You could probably spend a bunch of time using a Dremel and getting super fancy with it. Not going to for this one, but let's do that, and then afterwards I'm probably gonna plastic dip the outside black so that it can basically match any vehicle. So as far as where we're gonna be cutting exactly, you're basically gonna follow the line, the body line that goes on the inside, and just follow it straight across. So here you'll notice it kind of dips down, but you're gonna follow a straight edge with this, cut it straight across, because this is gonna fit inside, and you don't want to come down too much because then it might be visible, but you don't have to be exactly precise because it's gonna be hidden behind this just over an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter strip that goes around the perimeter. So let's go ahead and cut this up. Okay, so you can cut it from the front like I was doing on the other side, but this bracket kind of gets in the way. You can already obviously tell I've removed the grills in another video, so check out that video if you haven't seen that already. And the emblem's removed, again, another video on how to remove the emblem. So those two steps are out of the way. I also show how to remove this, but basically it's just a bunch of 8mm bolts. So these are already loose from my previous work that I was doing on this, but yeah, just take these 8mm bolts across the top out, and then this top bracket will come off. Pretty much just hanging here. So this bracket will come off, and it kind of won't interfere with what we're trying to do here. So now we can get in from the back and cut here, because as I was cutting this, it was kind of interfering with this. But you're probably not going to use a Sawzall. I'll be honest with you guys, it's a little bit crude using that Sawzall. I'm just using a steel blade on it, but maybe you're going to use a Dremel or something a little nicer. But I'm just going to use a Sawzall straight across, and we'll keep going. Alright guys, so the center crosshair section is removed now. Like I said, it's a bit crude, but really you could spend time cleaning this up. Again, for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to, just because I'm probably, like I said, you're not going to see it. So basically, that's why we removed the center section, because this is going to sit and be inlaid like so. And it's basically going to cover any of the marks that you made or your cut on the inside. So all that stuff is going to be hidden once we have this all bolted into place like so. So this is going to be the look. Let's go ahead and basically find our position, and then we can start mounting it, because there's basically just a bunch of L brackets. Okay, so with the crosshair section removed, basically you can flip this whole thing over. Like I was saying before, a lot of this stuff, you know, as far as your cut edges, they're never going to be seen because you're not going to see them once everything is installed. So you can spend a bit of time cleaning up, but it's not completely necessary. Basically the way this works is you're going to see all of these screws or studs sticking out of the grill, and they supply these little kind of L brackets that basically hook on the edge of the grill like so. So basically you're going to go around and you're going to put these on and then put the nut, the provided nut on the back, and it's going to suck this thing up and almost center itself more or less. So before we do that though, I'm going to go ahead and plastic dip the grill, so that way it's black and then this is black and we're all set to go. So let's go ahead, spray this down with some plastic dip real quick, and then we'll continue putting the grill on. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you guys with prep. I've already cleaned it up, it's ready to go. I'm just going to do some coats of plastic dip, black plastic dip, so that everything matches, and then we'll go ahead and reinstall that grill. Alright, so after a few coats of plastic dip on this, we have a nice flat black, which should go nicely with that grill. So let's go ahead, flip this over, and get this grill on there. So you of course want to double check basically your alignment once you get those clips kind of all in place, roughly holding it, and you'll want to just nudge it so that you have an even gap all the way around and so that the coverage is even, because you can kind of place it in and out of the actual opening. So you want to make sure it's all centered. Once that's done, we can go ahead, flip it over, and finalize where our brackets are and tighten everything down. So we've got it pretty well in place, but just go ahead and put all your brackets in and continue. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. On this specific kit, there's comparable ones that you do have to drill into the actual grill surround, but this one you don't. It just has these kind of neat little clips that hang on the edge all the way around, and it makes centering things a little bit easier, and it's pretty straightforward once you cut that center portion out. So this is all done. You can flip it over, double check your work, make sure it's pretty well centered, so it looks pretty decent to me. I'm going to go ahead and throw the other portion on. So go ahead and throw the back on, and then we're basically done and ready to mount this. Let's reinstall our top bracket and put in our 8mm screws. So the grill's all done. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like on the truck. So I do have other videos on how to remove that grill, so from a 4th gen. So to be specific on this video, I'm gonna just show you guys what it looks like on here. But if you guys don't know how to take the grill off properly, make sure to check the other video on how to remove the grill, how to remove the emblem, all that stuff. But let's go ahead and swap this grill. Alright, here's the grill, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I think it looks pretty cool. It's definitely different. I'm more of a color matching grill guy myself, but I think a lot of people are gonna like the look of this, to be honest with you. It's very different. I will not lie to you guys though, with this center section not being the OE center section, everything fits, don't get me wrong, but you do have to kind of make sure and really guide these bottom clips in to make sure that it is latching, because if you just try to shove it on there, you'll find that these clips in the bottom aren't getting tucked in properly. So you kind of have to stick your hand behind and really make sure that they're all tucked in, and at the top you kind of have to put it over the top, because this of course isn't the same dimensions exactly as the OE one, and the OE crosshairs are really keeping everything intact. But also, if I were gonna do this install, I would probably trim, if you guys have the active grill shutters, I would trim this plastic piece back so you can't see it, and maybe you just see the fins in the back, or get rid of the active grill shutters altogether, because it kind of looks a little bit funny. You can really see those active grill shutters hanging out back there. I don't know if you guys can pick it up, or I would at least clean them. Mine are pretty dirty looking, so I'm gonna be eliminating though in another video, so check out that video if you want to know how to eliminate the active grill shutters without a check engine light. But this should pretty much do it for this video. So as always guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up for me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out all the other content on the channel. There's a lot of mods on there at this point. A lot of maintenance, tips, following my build, supercharging this truck. So make sure you check out those other videos for sure. Give me your comments, feedback in the comments section below. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.